which is, which one? That one, rainbow trout.
Salmon's freshwater as well.
So you tell trout by the red line, do you?
I'll come to that in a minute. Okay, now, there are two things you look at. In part, colour, right, as long as we use it properly. But anybody knows what this thing here is called, this line running across there, across there, across there, across there, and across there, and there.
It's a giant nerve in there. Like basically how your fish senses his surroundings.
In part, good. Yeah, it's called the lateral line. Lateral line. And it's the way they think the fish knows where it is that way and that way. So it needs to know from a balance point where the hell it is in relation to everything around. So exactly right, Jack. It uses the lateral line to sense where it is in relation to the environment around it. Alright? So we use the lateral line as a fantastic tool in order to help me differentiate when I've got loads of fillets lying in front of me. The fillets here is what you'll get in the exam. So I've deliberately chosen sort of fish that you'd expect to see in the exam. I'm not interested in the true exotic stuff because some of it is seasonal. Some of it you'll always see. So whatever time of year you'll always see mackerel. Whatever time of year you'll always see sea bass. You will always see lemon sole. You'll always see haddock. You'll always see cod, and you'll always see the mystery one that nobody's got yet. Alright? Now, if it's in a filleted form, it's harder than if it's in the whole fish form, because I can use other things. So, this, the great giveaway is lift the dorsal fin up, and that's that. Okay? That's a sea bass.
Sea bass.
Sea bass, because it's the only one that's got that fan and these
Are those
spines
the ones
on
that
it.
you practically always see in the sea, like the ones that are really common?
Well, yeah, they're not, you know, you just catch them a lot off UK waters. Nice fish, nice meaty fish. Do you get that, Jim?
Yeah, I think so. That's why.
Yeah.
So we're not going to have a fillet of that for the exam. It'll be the whole
Every
fish.
whole fish.
Usually, yeah.
I can do it.
And all the rest of it. Alright, now some of it's sort of like so uniquely rainbow trout is that red, greeny, bluey sheen. But the trouble is, it goes off so quickly. You know, this has been out now since, what, 2 hours? And already you can tell the odours are beginning to appear. They weren't here a couple of hours ago. Alright? So what we try and use, for the most part, is a little bit of colour, but trying to use the lateral lines. And that's why I've done this on this one here. Alright? Now, what's this one?
Cod.
Cod. Why?
Well, this looks chunky to me.
It's chunky white. That's white fish for a start, isn't it? Right? But if you look at cod, and we'll see the whole thing down fish mark when we get there. They can be as big as this table, bigger again, huge heads. But it's got this distinctive, very white, it's already going off now, very white chalky lateral line. Alright? Chalky white. Above that line, it's dark mottly brown colour. Below it, it's more lighter greeny browny mottled brown. Okay? So I'm using colour as well as the lateral line. Alright? The only other fish that you'll normally see with a white lateral line is this one. Alright? And this is a coley. Okay? And the way you remember the difference, if you've got two lateral lines, white lateral line fish in front of you, is if you know one, you know the other. And the way you remember it for coley is, right, I've got two white lateral lines, it's got to be a cod or a coley. And I know it's a coley because above that line it's black, coal. Alright? And below that lateral line it's white and silver. Look at the difference in colour between the two. You can have a look after and do your own thing a little bit. But just remember, white lateral line can be cod or coley. Coley, it'll be black coal above that white lateral line. Okay? Now, even when you smoke the fish, now this is smoked cod, it almost accentuates the lateral line better than in the unsmoked fish. And there are two types of smoked fish. You'll get the dyed and you'll get the natural. Okay? And you'll see the difference again when we go down to Ashton's. Alright? But it does accentuate. So I'll have smoked and I'll have unsmoked as well. I might mix them up a little bit as well, just for a bit of fun. Alright? So we're going to have cod, smoked cod, coley. So this one is...
Smoked coley.
No.
No.
Haddock.
Haddock.
Okay? There's haddock because it's got a black lateral line. So there are only three fish you've got to worry about in terms of lateral lines. cod, coley and haddock. Two of them are white, cod and coley. So if it's black, it's pretty much got to be haddock. All right, but the other dead giveaway with haddock is the colour's not dissimilar to cod in a lot of ways, not dissimilar to coley in a lot of ways, but the difference is white, white, black lateral line. And the other thing is you have what we call an apostle thumbprint on the haddock. All right, but it depends, because here I've also got a bit of haddock and I just sliced it off, so there is no apostle thumbprint. So I don't want you to go thinking, if it ain't got an apostle thumbprint, it can't be haddock. Haddock is at the gill end. Okay, so I can just cut it in half and I can split them up on two separate trays. Like in other words, we have the same fish more than once, but a different part of the fish. Okay, and then again, smoked haddock. Again, it really does accentuate the black lateral line. So, two white lateral lines, what can it be?
Cod and coley.
And the difference between cod and coley?
Coley's black on top, white on bottom.
Yeah, and underneath, very silver. Black lateral line, it can be
Haddock.
fine. Okay? And then sea bass, you see the whole thing. Some of this you really literally have to go down.